You are very welcome to this, the Bitcoin Tarot podcast for the week starting the 15th of June 2018 with me, Cosmic Conroy. Slightly later this week due to unavoidable scheduling issues. Last week, the card said that Bitcoin was strong and it would overcome its fear to bring in new money. And then the price plummeted all the way down to basically equal with the record lows for the year. 6,500 thereabouts. The judges have rightly awarded me an F. Sometimes the cards are just flat out wrong, and you need to be prepared for that. On the other hand, the prior week's reading had a provisional grade of a D, because it wasn't yet clear if the uptick was a blip and the downtrend would continue. That is now clear, and the grade has been upped to a B. Overall, our grade point average is still pretty good. Will it remain good? Let's find out with this week's reading. I'll do the usual 4-card spread, with the first card representing the past 7 days of Bitcoin, the second card representing the current moment, the third card will represent the future of Bitcoin, and the final card will be causality. It will be a reason for the timeline. So let us begin. Our first card represents the last 7 days in Bitcoin, and that card is the 5 of Cups, disappointment. It represents loss, it represents regret and despair. I think you'll agree that's the kind of feelings we've all been having this week as the price has plummeted down. But what's happening right now? Our second card represents the current moment in Bitcoin. And that card is the Ace of Wands. Aces represents birth of newness, and Wands represents ideas. This could be the seed of a new idea, a seed of a new direction. Let's find out what the next card is. Our third card represents the future of Bitcoin. This might be the important one. And that card is the 3 of Cups, abundance. The card is a very bullish card. It represents abundance, of course, and growth and wealth. So it would seem our disappointment is going to be changed by a birth of abundance. Let's find out with our last card. Our final card represents a reason, a causality, a reason for the timeline. And that card is the Queen of Swords. The Queen sees the world as it really is and tells it how it really is. She's all about logic and truth and passion. So it would seem that the reality of the situation will dawn on people and our disappointment will be turned into abundance. Courage and ruthlessness will bounce our disappointment into abundance. That's the end of this week's reading. I'd like to do a longer format show, but that'll take all day and I'd need to take the day off work. So if you'd like to chip in to make that happen, here's a Bitcoin address. If Bitcoin are in the lead when we reach the target, we won't talk about altcoins at all. On the other hand, here's an Ethereum address. Ethereum are currently in the lead, and if they remain in the lead at the end, we might do an Ethereum-based side reading. Next up, Ethereum Classic, they're in second place. If they're in the lead, perhaps we'll do a mutability of the blockchain reading. And finally, here's Bitcoin Cash. If you like big blocks and you cannot lie, send Bitcoin Cash to this address and we'll do a side reading on block size. There's only 3% of the show funded, so it's all still to play for, and if you can't vote and you can't pay, you can always upvote and like and share. Until next week, I hope the abundance catches you, and I hope the Bitcoin blesses you.